me three of your biggest influences.
I'd have to say the first guy that actually got me playing guitar. Was Randy Rhoads.
Okay, Randy Rhoads.
Randy Rhoads, Ozzy Osbourne.
Dude, yeah, Ozzy Osbourne.
Early 80s.
Right.
This dude who influenced me in starting to play would have to be David Gilmour. Pink Floyd fan. But just the first time I heard Comfortable in Them, I could remember where I was, who I was with, what I was doing. Without a doubt, George Lynch. Early George Lynch. Like, you know, Doc and George Lynch. I don't know what happened to him, but you can hear kind of a recklessness in his early playing, where it's almost like, for lack of a better term, he didn't give a shit. He didn't give a shit if you made a mistake. You know, absolutely. Eric Clapton has definitely been a huge influence on me. Having met the man, I mean, the dude is just one of the nicest guys on the planet. Arguably the coolest guy. If they ever had like a little badge, like a Medal of Honor, but it was for coolness. Clapton would have been the first recipient of that badge, without doubt.
Absolutely.
Dude's just a man.
Good stuff. All right,
I'm not playing Crazy Train, man. Everybody plays Crazy Train.
Yeah, I love Crazy Train. Okay. So you're saying spandex pants? Yes or no?
I'm a fan of spandex pants.
Okay.
I am a fan of spandex pants. It would not be the first time I've walked on stage and had spandex on. This guitar can vouch for me.
That's a little bit disturbing.
Actually, I'm working on a TV show called Chris Lafferty's Motorsports TV.
Welcome to the show. Did you know that the NASCAR Cup Series is going to fuel injection in 2012? It's pretty amazing.
Chris Lafferty being the NASCAR Truck Series driver, Chris Lafferty. And I've known him a long time. He's a good friend of mine. And it's a really good gig. You know, basically, I'm like the Kevin Eubanks, or if you've seen that Meadow show, I'm like the guest guitar player that just brings him in and out of commercial or does something like that on that show.
And this is Motorsports TV.
And he also has another show called The Last Lap with Chris Lafferty, which is like a late night TV show with a racing twist. And that's really cool because on that show I am the Kevin Eubanks.
There we go. Oh, yeah. All right. We got a good crowd here tonight. Hey, welcome to the very first
Last Lap.
Last Lap.
It's tough to say.
With Chris Lafferty, right?
Very correct.
I mean,
He's good at it.
He will do whatever he's got to do to get that trophy, right?
Time and time again.
Which goes to prove my point that this guy is out for every trophy he can get his hands on. Hey man, that was cool. I told a joke and they laughed. That was cool.
Thank you.
I was a little worried that they weren't going to laugh.
They're not getting paid for laughing.
Yes. Okay, joke number one goes off without a hitch.
Check.
And I am sitting there bringing him in and out of commercial, and I get to ad lib and be a part of some comedy and stuff. So the TV stuff keeps my schedule kind of monopolized, but at the same time, it's a good problem to have. It's a really great project, and man, it's big things are coming from it.
Now I'm gonna tell you something. My buddy Rob here is the only person I could get to play as my house band, so I want you to give it up for Rob Godek.
Show and get hammered and enjoy looking out, and everybody feeds off the crowd when ththere was a funny story. There was a band, and to me, it's about the instrument. It's about there was a funny story. There was a band, and we'll rename nameless, but You know, they're on the radio, they've got the second album cut, wanted me to be part of the third album, and you know, the joy I get when I pick up a guitar today is the same it was when I was 15 years old, you know. You know, they're on the radio, they've got the second album cut, wanted me to be part of the third album, and the third show I played with them, or second show I played with them, I was sleeping in the corner of a hotel room. I can't count the amount of nights I've sat down, grabbed an acoustic, and just played for 5 minutes and been there for 4 hours. I was sleeping in the corner of a hotel room because we couldn't afford another hotel room apparently, but there was about 50 bottles of booze, there was, you know, marijuana, there was, you name it, it was sitting on that countertop. And I'm just sitting there shaking my head going, man, I'm glad you guys are into this, but I'm fucking tired, man. I just played a 3-hour show, I want to go to sleep, you know. But, you know, it's not into it. To me, it's more about the music, about the way it comes across. And, you know, every time I go in with a group of guys, if it's not about the music, then I'm not interested. If I had to reference my playing style, and I made a joke to somebody once and it stuck, my web design guy actually, if you could imagine that Randy Rhoads called up John Sykes and they had a conversation with George Lynch, and then Joe Bonamassa was crossing the street, and all these guys got hit by the same car at the same time, and the doctors just took whatever pieces like a potato head that they can put back together, I'd like to think that that would all make the player that is Rob Godek. Is just a conglomerate of all his influences. But I want to be the guy that brings the guitar back, you know. And I know there's a lot of players right now that are still playing. There's a lot of players that are just monsters. But most of these guys playing now, just playing to the song, playing to the feel. And, you know, you can turn on a mainstream radio station, a pop radio station, and you don't hear guitar. You know, you might hear a lick here or there, but you don't hear guys that are just playing.